Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Thursday. It's 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern Time, and I'm here with Amy from Earthspirit, who hasn't been here in a while. I'm glad she's back.
For having
And
me
we
on.
have Cheri from Trancing with Spirit,
Hi,
and
everybody.
she's one of the Akashic Records readers on Val Klingenbeck's channel, and she has her own channel. Both these ladies have their own channels, and the information is below. If you could check them out, that would be wonderful. So, I did see, Amy, that you worked with the Bookers the other day, and I watched it for a little while. You look like you were having fun, and
Yeah.
and Jamie and Peter Booker with their British accents. It was cute to listen to them.
Yeah. Times.
Yeah, yeah. And Cheri is very busy because she's getting ready to put her house on the market
Oh boy.
and sort of do some work from the road. So I'm wishing
Yep.
you lots of luck also, but
Thank you.
also showing up as guest on lots of channels and doing the work. So thank you again, ladies, for being here. I'm happy to have you.
Thanks
All
for having
right. We have Amanda Carroll and Roxy
me.
are here already. Tarot your way. Hello, Thomas. And we have Pierrette and Christine Fryer, Samantha, Nancy Smith. Thank you so much for being here. We'll probably get a few more people that will find their way in here today, but we've got both Cheri and Amy have psychic ability. Amy and I tend to use more cards, but she does other things as well. And Cheri does Akash. She does psychic
Mm-hmm.
and medium work. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm. I
so
do pendulum. I dabble.
you dabble. You're
Dabble.
Jill of all trades, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So, hi, Sonia and Kimber. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for being here. And Ness. And if you want to, oh, you had an amazing reading with Cheri, Nancy. Oh, that's good.
Mm.
Do you know who
Thank
you
you.
were before? It's a lot of fun to know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
my Diana, oil painter, told me the other day that she thinks my husband's illness has to do with a past life trauma, and he's reliving it as well, where a wall fell
Mm-hmm.
on him and he was crushed. So
Could be.
I don't know. It kind of makes sense. You did, sort of. You
Mhm.
found out who you were. All right, Nancy, that's good. I'm glad. All right, I got your question, Ness. Thank you. And hello, Carol. It's nice to see you. And let's see. All right, so yeah, go ahead and put up your questions if you want. Hi, Gina. How are you? Gina coming in from the UK. Nice to see you, dear. Yeah. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start then. We'll go ahead and start with Ness. Um, you want to put up Grandma's first name for us, Ness? That would be nice. All
Yeah. Eternal.
right. Yeah. Moms, right? Moms. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what a neat name. Oh, wow.
Jogi.
Jogi. Jogi. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. Passed in 2013. Okay, hon. Thank you. Hi, Mousy. Oh, you're rushing in. Okay. Like a little mouse scattering, coming in across the floor. There you go. Just tell me, ladies, when you're ready, and I'll let you go ahead.
Well, I'll go. These came out pretty fast. I always give you a good night kiss.
Um,
I send you loving signs through nature, and I see the butterfly. And believe it or not, it's early March, but I saw a butterfly the other day. So
uh-huh.
you're coming out early.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
says she's with the rest of the family.
Uh-huh.
And I do think that you dream of her. She's visited you in dreams. And I thought of this thing that I read the other year where you were in your mother's womb as an egg, and her, body, because we're born with all our eggs or
Right.
inside. And that was inside your grandmother. I know that sounds weird, but you were literally inside your grandmother's body. So I don't know. I just thought that
That's
was a
all of us.
sweet
Isn't
little
that awesome? I
yeah.
know it. All our maternal grandmothers. That's wonderful. Thank you. Cheri?
Well, I pulled from the Sacred Destiny Oracle Change.
Uh-huh.
You can see.
Ooh.
So to me, this means, I don't know, I see that the rocking horse reminds me of being a child, but yet we change and grow throughout life. So don't forget to remember the childhood and the times from childhood as you change, as you go through life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that card. That's beautiful. So I have my beloved dead cards here, and I first get the messenger. So I think your grandmother's very happy to be here to be the messenger for you, and sort of anticipated you might be asking about her today. And she says, I carry the message from all the other ancestors on the other side as well. And she said, time has gone by since you and I have been together. If you were in fact together here on the earth, and if not, like with my grandmother, she was gone before I was even born, but I love finding out more about her. But it's like time is very fleeting, and yet at the same time, it's right there in our memory for us, and we are reminded of what it is that we shared together. She said, make sure that you drop any expectation of anything and let it go. And I think she may be referring to the fact that you're looking for work. And I think Grandma's saying it will come in its due time. So she wants you to know she's watching out for you and saying a special prayer for you that all goes well. So that's what I get for you, Miss Ness. Thank you, my dear. Hello, Akila. Nice to see you. Sonia, Kimber, I have your questions. Let's see. Amanda, Pierrette, Nancy, I have your questions. Okay. Lily, Rhonda Q. All right. Mousy. Hi, Wayne Rich. Time separated you. Yep, I get it. Hi, Laura. Nice to see you too. Yeah, I'm glad. All right. Hi, Christine Brooks. Nice to see you. Sure thing. Thank you, Ness, for asking for a question to be done today. Okay, so let's move on to the next question we have from Kimber. I'm ending a soul contract with my ex. Are we close to done? We go to court next week.
Next week. So next week would be March 11th through 17th. Isn't it like the 11th?
Yeah, 11th through the 16th. Yeah. Or through the 17th. You're right.
May not get as much money if there's money involved. I get the 9 of Pentacles. It was in reverse. You may not get as much money. So there might still be some money squabbles that you have to work out. But I think it's going to, you'll probably sign papers next week.
Okay.
I heard it's done. You just have to finish playing out the contract's done. You just have to finish playing out the roles, and it's like tying up the loose ends.
I hope. Do you have children, Kimber? That's the only reason that I might say that your soul contract might not be completely done, because of course when you have children.
And I did pull the Ant card, so time to collaborate. So you might have to make some compromise. Okay. You might have to work together a little bit while it's playing out where it needs to go, while you're working it out. So there still might be some things that you're going to have to work out, and kind of, just think of the goal. Don't get caught up on any of the entanglements. Just think, right. You be wise about it. Think of the bigger picture. Use, how can I say this? What they're trying to tell me. don't argue and nitpick. Look at the bigger picture, be constructive. You know, what's the battle, winning the battle isn't worth it if you've lost the war. So,
Yeah, I get you. I
so
get you.
yeah, be smart about everything and just, you know, think before you act and do. And, you know, because ants, you know, they work together and they get it done and they work hard and they're strategic. So be strategic. That's what I'm trying to say.
There you go.
Sorry.
Look what they get done. Oh my
Mhm.
God. You know, they make the biggest anthills ever. So I have here that there is a shield, or you're feeling a bit vulnerable about it. And so, but it's saying keep your guard up, but don't be as defensive. Again, I'm thinking that might be with the money, like Amy said as well. It's like, oh, let's just, all right, I'm done. But I saw that you mentioned no kids. So, I mean, you're stuck with the ex for the rest of your life if you have kids, unfortunately. But I see that actually magic will happen. And so if you don't have something magical happen, you make the magic. When you come home, you can write a list, you can burn it, you can suggest that you cut cords, you can mentally cut cords with that person and just say, thank you. It was a nice journey, but I'm moving on. And, you know, I'd like to cut cords with you because I don't really want to be involved with you anymore, you know? And so that's the magic you can make if you want. And honey, you're going to go out and party? I think so. It's the disco ball. So you might have a little celebration afterwards. Have a wonderful time. Oh, thank you. Hi, Hershey. Nice to see you. All right. This is lovely Sonia, and she loves to hear from the elementals. So, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. For this weekend. Birds. Blessings and retreats. So if you go out in nature, I think I've gotten this for her before. I know it's kind of hard to see these cards.
Okay.
Blessings and retreats. So the more that you're out in nature, the more you're going to get from your elementals and healing. I get something about healing, the lungs, you need the fresh air. Yeah, air shift. And that's right. I took the air guardian. Shift your perception.
Oh, okay.
So you might see some birds, some clouds that are interesting, and yeah,
or some fairies.
There you go. Yeah.
I have here. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Well, moderation. The next one is pure intention, and look at how beautiful she is. You want to see one of these fairies? You can sort of, without making your eyes completely crossed, you can look sort of double vision, and sometimes you can see out of the corners of your eye some of the little things that are around you. And it says here, the fairy of manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So I think you can call upon the fairies this weekend to come a light around you.
And I got the fox spirit. Think on your feet.
Yeah.
So, but that goes with the ritual too, and nature, the ritual invocation. So you have the power to create what you would like this weekend, I think.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Kimber, by the way. That's very nice of you, dear. Thank you. So, Sonia, have some fun out there. Hopefully no snow coming or lots of rain. Yeah. All right. So we have Pirat, and little background here. Pirat recently lost her husband, and she's got, is her stepdaughter avoiding her for something she made up? Her name is Melissa, the stepdaughter. Yeah. Ooh. Oh God, I've got 2 of those, Pierrette. 2 stepdaughters. And they just love their dad, which is wonderful. I'm glad. But I don't do very much right.
Let's see.
All right, Pierrette, yes, look at this. She's cutting you out for some reason. I don't know why, but it shows up very plainly that she's cut you out for some reason. And I'm also seeing that she needs to listen, but she's got her headphones on, so to speak, or she's got her ears. She doesn't want to listen. She doesn't want to hear it. So she's got the headphones on to block out the noise, so to speak. But a bell will go off, is what I'm getting here. A bell is going to go off. There'll be an announcement or an arrival of something, and it will draw attention perhaps back to you. I don't know. Maybe it's just a feeling of loss and not feeling. Maybe she didn't participate as much as she wished she had while Murray was alive. So I'm thinking that it might come to her that it isn't your fault. It's her that should have done what she should have done.
You can go. Do you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. I went to pull a card, but 3 came out. So I think it's 1. I think you're going to have to kind of, I don't know if you could see that. It's the flow.
Yeah.
You're going to kind of have to go with the flow a little bit on this one. And I think with these other 2, solitude and protection, I think she's trying to protect herself. And she's kind of she's cutting herself off as a protection for her. And you're going to have to kind of, I think, wait it out a little bit, like what Aley says. So I think it's more of she's protecting herself. It's not so much about you, it's her. And I do think she'll eventually come around. And I think this solitude will eventually, she's going to come around. And as long as you just kind of go with the flow and just let her, do what she needs to do and just be there, send the love, I think she'll come around eventually.
Yeah, that's very similar to what I got. Like the 8 of Swords tells me that she's really stuck inside her own fears and self-entrapment of opinions. Like she might be thinking that you have always thought something about her, a judgment that's not true. But she's taken it to heart and she separated herself. There's the 6 of Cups, which is her childhood. So I think it started in her childhood. She might have a temper, but I think she really does take it out on herself. She's a very harsh critic, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. She's a very harsh critic of herself, and she thinks that other people reflect that they're critical of her. So she traps herself away from other people. So I think if you wait it out, and focus. I got the card. Focus on the positives, so that you don't see the water, the cleansing.
Oh
water.
yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Think about the good times you had together, and this will smooth over. It will. It'll get better.
Yeah, because actually there's water in 2 of these cards too.
Right. Things are going to flow.
And also protection. There's the lightning. So she's trying to shelter the harshness of the lightning too. So it kind of.
Yeah. We all deal with pain of loss so differently. And sometimes it brings a lot of guilt to us. So I'm just feeling that way for Pierrette. Yeah. I hope that makes a little bit of sense for you and what you're going through. It's no fun to have that happen. Try to figure it all out. All right. By the way, wait a minute. I wanted to write something. I'm going to write something. Yeah. Yes, Jen, you can put a question up. That's fine. There was something here that Wayne wrote, and I thought it was funny. If you don't do much right, you're probably too left. Well, that's what a lot of people might say. All right. So Nancy Smith, concerned about finances. Any messages?
Let's see. Let's
Okay, good, Pierrette. Much love to you, dear. Yeah. Do you realize if you don't do your own taxes, you might not realize this, but I do. I've done them for years and years and years, and I did my own taxes, and they have done away with a lot of deductions.
Yes,
I paid
they
40. Yeah, I paid $45,000 in mortgage interest last year, but they'll only give me the standard deduction, which is $30,000,
Mm-hmm.
and they won't give me anything else. It's really weird. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this was all going on. So.
Yep.
Who wants to go first?
Not me.
No, not you. All right.
I'll go, I guess.
Okay.
I have the flamingo spirit, embrace the in between,
Mhm.
and also fulfillment, which means to me, embrace abundance, live in abundance, create your abundance.
Mhm.
Live in abundance. So don't live in don't live with the negative about money. Live in gratitude, and it will help your finances. Start the day even when it's hard and you don't have enough. Being thankful for what you have. Create your abundance is what they're saying. Live in it.
Ah, okay.
So
I can see you're conflicted. The old theater mask is, some days we're happy and other days we're very sad, up and down. Finances are up and down. I can see that. Have you thought about starting a business online? Because I get the Wi-Fi. Either that, or maybe you can find something on either social media or LinkedIn or something. I don't know. But online activity may help you improve your finances. So that's just, I don't know how, but that's what they suggest. So if you can make sense of that and figure that out, that might be helpful. But it says, put your foot down. This is the heels, though. Don't try to impress anybody. Just do the very best you can. Be as humble as possible, and know that this too shall pass. You shall
right,
have finances.
right, because that's kind of goes with the embrace. Oops, the in between. Like be happy
Yes.
where you're at, and then more will come.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, and the sometimes when you're at your worst, when I was at my worst with my finances here recently, and I would be at work and it would just hit me. I'd be like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yes.
And then I would get these little things from Spirit, like somebody would walk in and they'd have a little star on their shirt. And then later I would see that same symbol on someone's car, or it was weird. And I was like, okay, everything's going to be fine. And so you really do have to
The
try.
more we lament about it, then we bring that non-action thing to us. It's like, I don't have enough, and we're not having enough. It's not coming. Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been there myself, and I remember it's not a good feeling.
Yes, how you're feeling. It's kind of funny how you can get through those times and you look back, you're like, my God, I spent $30 for Christmas food and that's all I had, and but you do it, and but I think that she's going to be okay. And here it is. I mean, this reminded me of it, divine guidance. And there's that little star. Like,
oh, look at that. That was your symbol for it.
And
awesome.
I was okay. Yeah. And so we have to realize that they are helping us. They do need us to ask for help. But they are helping us. They're guiding us. And if you are on the spiritual path, I really feel like they really do try to work with you because they want you to be on the spiritual, and be enlightened. And the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So I think that the 3 to me is opportunities coming in. Maybe 3 months, maybe 3 opportunities. So you get to choose, and it's going to happen. It's going
Okay.
to happen. That money
Good.
will come in.
Yeah. She says, same, Amy, just don't want to slide back. Nancy, we
Mhm.
all understand. We've all been there at one point or another. I'm actually going into something like it now because I have to close my husband's office. And I just got to say, I got to let it go. I got to let it go because I have no control. So,
Right.
but that's not easy to do. It sounds, oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, not at all.
It is true though, when you can learn to go with the flow and take every day what it is and not dwell, embrace what you have and don't dwell in the not haves, abundance does start to flow.
Yeah.
And it really does. And it's amazing once you could do that. But the mindset is difficult to do. But once you could do that, it does make a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I want to give you a great example of something. I had to pay a bill that was $1,200. And so I found the money, you find it somewhere and you pay the bill. Well, the same day that happened, I got a email from one of the colleges that I teach at that said, we have opened up a 401k for you. And I never knew anything about that they were going to do that. And guess how much money was in there?
$1,200.
Wow.
Yes, it was. I mean, I didn't take it out, but I was like, wow, the universe will replenish it. We just got to let it flow. We just got to let it flow. But it's really, really amazing when you're not.
It's true. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
When we were talking about money, getting the house ready, we just found out my husband's bonus is going to come 6 weeks early. It's going to come next week.
Yay. Oh, that's good. That's a good feeling.
And you needed it too. Yeah.
I needed it.
That's really, really good. Yeah.
Go figure. Throw it to the universe and try not to fret and get out of their way, and it will come.
Yeah. Yep.
And also it helps to say, I don't just need this money. I want everyone to have abundance, because I think that really does help.
Yeah, it does. It does. There's enough for everyone. It's okay, Nancy. We won't belabor it. We wish you lots of love. We know it will be all right. All right. So Amanda has 2 questions, she says. If her dear friend Ernest has any words of love, but then later she says, anybody could be welcome. Ernest may be busy.
Okay.
Amanda, you're so sweet, honestly.
Well, let's see. Ernest. I like that name. That's not a name you hear often.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, okay, Christine. Everybody's telling me that Trump's the one that changed the tax laws in 2019.
He did.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I wasn't going to say that, but I already knew that because I do our taxes.
Okay.
And there's an earned income credit, which I signed up for because it said, hey, do you want this? I'm like, okay.
Oh, definitely. You
have a certain, And I won't say how much. It's already, you used to pay bills.
Yeah. No, but anybody that makes a certain amount of money and has children, yes, you should.
Yeah, we used to get that. That was one thing that we counted on every year when my kids were little. Was that
earned income started credit. The year after my child was 18, I think it was. So I didn't get any of it, but at times I would have been eligible for it. So Amy, I'm glad you got it, honey.
Yeah, good. I was counting down the days, believe me.
Oh, I know. I remember those days. It came in so handy.
Yeah,
that's true. Hi, Fatima. Nice to see you, dear. Hi, Warrior Girl. Nice to see you too. Yeah. Oh, he was named after the Oscar Wilde play.
Oh.
The Importance of Being Earnest.
Yeah, and I have chills right now. So he's.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I heard someone just said, "I always have time for you."
Oh,
that's really sweet.
There he is, Amanda. Wow. All right, so this is what I get from Ernest. We have a promise that we will always stay in touch no matter where we are or what we're doing. And I'm here. And I think Cheri's right. I always have time for you. I like my communication with you, Amanda. It's really wonderful. It brings me joy. It brings me back to the times that we were together. And he says, sometimes I'm around, but your perception may not catch me, but perhaps Jack notices it, her dog. Maybe he notices it. Whenever Jack is looking at something sort of out in space. You know what I mean? Like out looking at it, something over there. It's Ernest.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's great. Hi, Elena.
I pulled the Bobcat spirit, life is a mystery, and the owl spirit. You can see clearly now, which means he is sending you signs, and you can see them. You know what they are. The owl. I mean, what exactly what Aley says. You know,
Mhm.
don't discount those mysteries that come by. They're being heaven
Right.
sent.
Oh,
Okay, so I don't know if he had pain. I get the now I have no pain. There's lots of yellow. And now I have no more pain and I have no more earthly worries. So
uh-huh.
a lot of that just means that he's still with you, but um, he's not hanging around in all the crappy stuff of the earth
Mhm.
anymore. Why would we? But he's definitely with you. I always give you a good night kiss. I love that card.
Oh,
Aw.
And
that's really cool.
he's been in your dreams. And as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So yeah, I think he visits her a lot. I think
I
they're
Mhm.
think
really,
so
really,
because
yeah.
I just got, I'll be seeing you in all the
Oh,
old familiar
Mhm.
places.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's awesome.
beautiful.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Amanda. Not too busy for you. Oh, all right. So Rhonda Q wonders if message from Lily, her ex-mother-in-law. All right, Rhonda. I want to make sure. Flower Beauty, did you put up a question? If you did, I'm going to see if I can find it. I love that, Wayne. Someone was called Ernest Mechanic. Well, I probably have to hire him. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh,
Hmm. Well, Flower Beauty, put it up if you wanted it answered, sweetie. There you go.
well, I'll go
You
ahead. You
did
are
put it
never
up?
alone. You are never alone, which might be creepy to your mother-in-law, but
Yeah.
she must be with her a lot, standing over guarding her. Was she more of a mother? I'm guessing she was more of a mother to you than your actual mother. What does it say?
Oh, Amanda just said he would sing that song.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I got chills now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's amazing. There's a movie out there called Deja Vu, a love story. It's really hard to find. Amazon will show it once in a while on Prime, and then they take it away. But it's a
Oh.
movie about people that find each other, and it's sort of like the twin flame, past life, all
mm.
these synchronicities. And that song comes up in the White Cliffs of Dover. So yeah, look
Oh,
up that movie.
yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
I got wonders and purity.
oh, okay.
So, I mean, I always, this card of purity always just to me is so spiritual because it has the two different colors eyes. It has the lavender and the green eyes, and it to me that just is so she's with you. She's all around you. That spirit and the wonders. You know, she's giving you. She's sending you magic and the wonders of the universe. She sends them
Wow.
to you. You just have to be open to receive. So
That's wonderful. Dolores Villanueva, I have yours, but I don't know your dad's first name. We need that, please, if you wouldn't mind. Warrior Girl, you can put one in, but I'm pretty much ready to close the questions because we are about halfway through. Okay, so you can put one in. Okay. Oh, I know. YouTube lives always crash. People, we're reading for somebody, and all of a sudden it goes out. It's no it's no problem. So, Rhonda, you're okay. This is interesting, especially since you say she contacted you, so to speak, in dreams and so forth. She says, yes, I was the driver. So, in other words, she was able to come back and contact you because she was in charge of where she could go when she was in that state, when she was coming out in and out of the coma. And so she says, they let me have the wheel, even though I was, so I could come and find people that would. She says it was a lot of fun. It actually was very entertaining. Because they do pranks on us when they're over there, and they really do try to be funny in a lot of ways. That's why when I'm reading, sometimes for those that are passed, it comes through like I'm making fun or I'm laughing about something, but they like that. They like to use humor to come through. They really do. And then she says, I loved your act of love, and that you understood that I was there and I was trying to get a hold of you, and that you remembered me and asked about me. That's wonderful. So how sweet. She really seems like she was a sweetheart. So thank you. Thank you. Why does time move so fast on this show? Yeah, time slips. I think we're dealing with time slips anyway, where things go either too fast or too slow for us. And
You think?
Right now, it's really fast. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Mousy, a reading for this month. And Amy, I know you have to go, and you can go if you want now, or this last week you can go first.
I'll answer this real quick and then I'll go.
Okay. All right.
This month, so it'd be for March. Mouse. This changes. I think that she's gonna. I mean, I heard get your taxes done if you haven't yet. So get your taxes done. And there are changes, but it's really, I think it's a time for her to have a nice little time for herself where she sits outside and has experience, nature, one with nature, a renewal of self, happiness. And we're talking about time, to slow down time and just enjoy life. Enjoy life.
Enjoy life. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, haha. But here in Washington, and Mousy lives not near me, but in Washington as well. And it's a beautiful sunny day with a beautiful blue sky out there, but it's cold. It's it's too cold to sit out, but we're seeing that it will be here sooner than later. Go ahead, Cheri.
I pulled the Herbal Kitchen and Alchemist. I'm trying to talk. You can see that. And then the Wand and Intention. And these two really do go together because, the Wand and Alchemy, you have the power to create your desires. What do you want? Take the time, decide the herbs too, nature herbs. What do you want out of life? Take the time to decide what you might want this month and create it. So you have the power of manifestation, I would say, this month, very strong. So and use it wisely. So be careful what you wish for.
Yes, and you know that there's some full moon activity coming up, Mousy, and I think that the new moon is on Monday or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why Amy is still circling around. Anyway, Amy had to go, was called into work, so she had to go, but it was nice to have her here. All right. Okay, Mousy. So for you, I get, you are in the voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Isn't that beautiful? So, sit and bask in the beauty of that which is all around you. And that's exactly what the girls had said as well. So just know that your heart voyage is ready and willing to be there for you. That you'll be breaking a trail because breakthroughs are at hand. So anything that you've been working on that you want to manifest or that you want to start is coming through this month. And finally, it says all is possible. Whatever path it is that you decide to choose is the one you should be on. So there you go.
All right, you can create your own destiny this month.
Absolutely. Yes, 2 hours away. That's right, Mousy. Yep. If I was going down to Portland, I could zoom in and say hello to you.
Yeah, I'm about 46 hours away.
Yeah, that's quite a little bit of time. Yeah. All right. So Jen, first of all, thank you. You're fairly new here, and we're really happy to have you in our community and in our chat. We got the best chatters in the world. So thank you. Thank you for being here. So your adult son, Chad, has been lost since Mom Diane passed 4 years ago. Any message would be a true blessing. Thank you. So Jen, are you asking about a message from your mom, Diane, about Chad? Or is there something that you want to know? Or is, like you said, he's been lost, but I think what you mean is he misses her. Am I right? I just want to make sure. All right. If you're here, Jen, if you could let us know. I know there is a bit of a delay, so. Thought I'd just do this. Can you hear that, Cheri?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good for healing. Healing for.
I should do that.
Yeah.
I'm achy with all this painting.
Oh, I bet you are. You're using things you haven't used in a long time. Muscles. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this stuff.
Uh-huh. I get it, honey. Well, it's like me. I couldn't get the garage door down. I had to climb on top of my husband's car to pull the thing down. So, and I'm thinking, here I am. I'm almost 69 years old, and I'm still climbing on cars to fix things.
I know.
All right. Well, I don't see you here answering, Jen. So I'm just going to read the cards that I have, and hopefully that will make sense. Okay. So first of all, I get taking shelter. The answers are within. Yes, he misses her. Okay. Thank you, dear. So I think that he can talk to her, and that he may not know he can talk to her. Tell him it may not be a two-way street while he's awake, but to ask her to come into his dreams and ask that he remember the dream that he's had, because she is holding up a lantern. She is trying to make a communication with him. And, the shelter that he's taking is he's still hurt. So it's very difficult for him. But when he's ready, she says, I'll come through whenever he's ready. I don't want to push him, though, if he's not ready or doesn't accept that this might be something for me. And then I get faraway places. And of course, he thinks she's in a faraway place, but really she's right here, because our loved ones are always right around us all the time. And so get ready for new horizons. So if he's open to it, Jen, and sometimes our children aren't open to what we like and do and feel and think. But if he's open to it, I think he can communicate. My dad talks to me all the time in dreams. He'll come in, we'll spend the evening together, and we'll be laughing and talk. I hate waking up. It's such a nice feeling, So I believe she wants to communicate with him.
Right. I pulled the dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends delusion. That fits exactly to what you were saying. He's there. She's there. He just has to be open to the truth of it, that it's there, and when he's ready. And then freedom. It's his choice. Yeah. So he's free to choose. And I do think he will. He will. Yep. And in fact, I think he does, but I don't know how much he wants to believe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm making that up.
Right.
We do. Yeah.
And it's just a slight shift in his thinking. And one day the light bulb's going to go on, and he's going to go, it was there all the time.
Yeah.
But I think too, he's probably hurt so much, and you don't want to think it's as close as it is, but she's right there with him all the time. And he's
sweet.
Yeah. On some level, he does know.
I think so. When things like that happen with also, it could be a song that reminds him of her. It could be like the smell of apple pie or something like that, because that's how we reattach those memories. usually it's that loved one that's wanting us to think about us. And yeah.
I just heard she said she's not going to give up and she's going to get through to him. And one day she'll get through and there'll be a light bulb. He says, she just said, I'm not going to give up. I'm always with him and I'm going to keep giving him those subtle clues and he will realize it one day and he'll wake up to the beauty of the ability to contact people from the other side of the veil that were right here. He will wake up to that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So
thanks, Jen. And it has to be in his time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay, Marianne, you wonder if your husband John visits you? I would probably put a lot of money on that.
Unless he, for some reason, I don't know.
He's busy, and they do get busy. There's learning on the other side. There's things but really all you have to do is think about them and they'll come. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to verbalize it.
I can feel my mom.
Yeah. Yep. And I feel my dad all the time. So I get it. Uh-huh. Let's see. So let's see. Okay. Beautiful messages. Oh, this is funny. Marianne, did your husband believe in this kind of thing? I'm just wondering because I'll show you the card that he's sending. The first thing I get is kindred. He says, I'm up here with all my kin, with all the kin, the family. And we're all enjoying ourselves. We're all with you. And just open up your heart and you will be able to hear all of us. He says that forgiveness and faith is something that is very strong. And he's sending you blessings and love. It's been a while since he passed, but he says, really over here, time is very, very different. So it seems much, much less so than there. But this is the reason I asked, does he believe in cards and things like that? Because I got the Ouija board. Now, I don't use the Ouija board. But it's kind of like people that don't believe in this go, oh, it's that Ouija board stuff, right? So I'm getting him chuckling, actually. And he says, wow, this is kind of cool. Maybe I do believe in it. Maybe I do get it.
And I pulled the ant spirit. And if you look at this, it says time to collaborate. There's 2 ants. Oh. And do you see the puzzle pieces? He wants you to connect. Yes. He's ready. And he would be delighted if you did. He's just waiting. He's hanging out over there waiting for you to connect to him. So that's what this shows me right there. Just waiting to connect.
Definitely.
So he wants you to connect to him. So just sit and talk to him and just, he's there.
Yeah.
Ask him for a sign, ask him for that. Then just pay attention.
Yeah.
He'll give it to you.
I remember at Christmas time, there was a movie that my dad and I watched together all the time. And I wanted to watch it with him. And it was like we were both there watching it again. And even though he wasn't physically there, I felt his presence and it was very comforting. So, you could even try to do that, put on music you used to listen to or whatever. And that's a lot of fun.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. You're probably going to hear a song or you're going to hear or see something the next day or two.
Yeah. Yep. Something that reminds you of him. Yep. So Lisa, you're very thorough here. Engvall Knudsen, they called him Bud. He passed away in 2004. Also, what is he doing in heaven? Like a job or a hobby? And they do those things. You knew that, though. You knew that, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see what he's doing. And hopefully we can get it right. It's probably what he did here.
They usually do something similar or it's either they do a job that's similar to the job they did or it's something that they were involved with. Like if they had it, like my mom was involved with angels. So of course she works with angels. I had an aunt that camped and did this and she does things with earth. And, my other aunt, like birds and different things. And she kind of flutters around from here to here. And, it's really strange how it's like hobbies too. So their hobbies will go into what they do on the other
Like
side. That would
fishing
be
or
amazing.
something. Yeah.
Right. My
Yeah.
grandma crocheted, and what she does is she does things over there that kind of knits things together from the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah.
She knits connections.
It's funny because you know the expression "a stitch in time."
Right.
And yeah, it's wonderful.
Mhm.
Okay, so was Dad a veteran? I wonder if Dad was a veteran. I don't know. I have here that this says survive. I'm getting perhaps he was a survivor of one of the wars, one of the previous wars. Maybe he wasn't, but that's what this card is saying. So if he isn't a veteran, I'm getting that he's probably there with somebody. If it's not his wife, it might be his sister or his mother or whatever, and they're very, very close. And so I got that. I love this. This is the spirit throne, and this one always makes me laugh as well. It's like I'm with you guys at every single family gathering. Sometimes people sit on my lap because I'm already sitting in the chair, and but I'm able to hold everybody up. But he says, just treat me like I'm right there with you because I am right there with you. And this is an interesting card. It says defense. I don't know what I think about this one. Defense. I think it's something about the family. I think he's saying that he defends the family. He defended the family to the death, or he's with the family and defends them in everything they do. He's watching over them and trying to help them if they ask for it. I'm going to see what Cheri has and see if if it comes up in her reading.
Actually, because I didn't quite, I was thinking, how do these cards go together?
Yeah,
But this might.
might.
The
Yeah.
Watchtower of the West, autumn. To me, that means I thought of something overdue because we're in spring,
Okay.
autumn.
Yep.
The snake spirit, time to heal. There's something going on. It's time to heal. He's sending you courage to heal.
Okay.
He wants you to heal, to have the courage to heal from things of the past. So I think he's saying that it's beyond time.
Yep.
For whatever's going on in the family. It's time to heal. It's time to leave the past in the past. You have the courage to do so. I will be with you. I'm sending you the courage to do so.
Absolutely.
And he's telling you it's the right thing to do.
Yep. And if he was in Vietnam, then yes, he was a Vietnam vet, and his family was very, very important. I also get, I love you to infinity. So I don't necessarily get what he's doing as far as his recreational stuff over there, but I think spends a lot of time with other family members that are over there, and he enjoys that, with spending time with them and having them all check on the rest of you and what you're up to in this life. It's like a really good movie to watch, So, okay, Maggie, thank you. All right. Hi, Carolyn and Peter. Dolores, your dad was a World War II vet. Okay. All right. Okay. You're wondering if he has any messages for you personally. Well, let me see. I'll pull one more.
Okay.
Oh, he said, you're protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. That's what I get from him. He wants to know that not only is he your most ardent supporter and guardian, but the angels are as well. And he said when you see an angel, if you see an angel in a picture, if you see an angel, little statue of an angel like this or something, that he's the one that's sending it to you. He's bringing it into you.
Well, that goes with this, the grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith.
Okay.
Have faith. He's telling you, have faith. He's with you. That's the same thing with the courage. He sent the courage, heal, courage. I believe everything that the cards that we already did pull were a message. So maybe just sit and maybe kind of just take it in And then, over the next couple days, something's probably going to pop in your head and you're going to go, oh, that's what he meant.
That's what he meant.
So just take time and just kind of let it,
Yep.
in there. And I think you'll figure it out what his message is.
It's very interesting because I had a psychic on the other night, Fernando Marone, if you guys got a chance to watch. And he says people initially say, I don't understand that at first. And then they have to think about it. And when they do, they recognize what it might have been. So, yeah, thank you. All right. So Dolores, her dad's name is Florian, and it's his 20th year anniversary of passing. Okay. And he was a veteran. Let's see if the veteran shows up here.
I heard I missed you like it was yesterday.
Oh, you did. Oh, I'm sure.
Man, truly, there's some major love there. Some real, yeah.
That's nice. I think sometimes they must get frustrated.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we don't recognize that they're trying to get a hold of us. Hi, Jill.
I see him just like standing there, just like with just love and admiration.
Uh-huh. All right. So the first card is Arcana, and it means magical mysteries. In alchemy, it's the potion that gives you a new beginning. It can be the growing roots of a tree breaking through the cracks in the sidewalk, or the ashes of a fire. So I'm guessing that he's saying the mysteries, there's so many mysteries that you haven't even been able to explore just yet, because you're still young, and you will. And it's just amazing. And, you've come this far to dip your toes into whatever it is you're wanting to learn more about. And he's really excited about that for you, because he feels like that will tie you two closer together. He says, make sure you take really good care of yourself. That's an act of love. We can't take care of others unless we take care of ourselves first. And I got the driver card for him, but I think he's saying to you, put yourself in the driver's seat, Dolores. Don't become the passenger in anybody's car. You are in charge of your own life, your own path, your own road. Continue on and know that you will be watched over. That's what I got for you.
And that goes with what I got. I did pull the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. So he's definitely sending you love. And I also pulled purification and change. So you have some things are going to be changing. But notice the sunflower, even though the rain is washing it clean, but it also helps it grow. So through the change. So things are going to be changing, but look at that beautiful sunflower that emerges from that rain.
That's beautiful.
So
That's
beautiful. And that kind of goes with stand your ground during that, and have faith and love and go on that. You'll be, things are, I think, some definite changes there for you. And,
That's awesome. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Have you got time to stay, Cheri? Oh, okay.
I'm good.
I always want to ask, because I know people sometimes have a show or are busy. So
no.
All right, Flower Beauty. Why am I never able to manifest what I want? Is there anything I can do? You can stop saying, why can't I manifest what I want?
Exactly.
And I'm picking on you now, but yeah.
But that is true. It is, because you're saying, why am I never? And you're putting never out to the universe.
Right. So what the universe hears is, she never gets what she wants.
Right. So they're going to make sure exactly that you're never going to get what you want. So you have to change the way you think about what you want to manifest. You have to decide what you want. Then you have to tell the universe what you want. And then you have to get out of your way and the universe's way and let the universe do its work and forget about it. And think positive, live in abundance, act like, all my bills are paid, all my needs are met. I am thankful for what I have. I am, live in gratitude, all that. If you live in abundance and gratitude, you'll get more of abundance and gratitude, and and try and live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Don't, all those things. And they're not easy to do, but once you can start little by little, it truly helps.
It does. And you've got a lot of years that you've been thinking that, Flower Beauty. So you got to undo that kind of thinking. How can one live in a state of mind? Well, it's very hard to live in that state of mind. You know what? I'm going to make a recommendation. It's going to sound so silly. Get a rubber band. And whenever you start thinking that way, snap the rubber band and have it remind you, snap out of it, think positive, and find a new way of looking at it. And I certainly don't want you to hurt yourself with a real tight rubber band, but it's just a little trick to remind you, oh, okay, I'm thinking negative again. I got to start thinking a little bit positive. So what I get for you is you stand in the light of truth, and you are discovering what that truth is, Flower Beauty. Every time you come here, every time you have a reading, every time you think about something in a new way, you're uncovering your truth. And you're either accepting it, or you're saying, no, it doesn't work for me. You don't have to go along with what we say. It's you, because you have free will. But you are discovering on the path of what you need to do. And they're saying there are vast vistas out there for you. And so expand your horizon. Maybe find a book on positive thinking or something like that you can look at, that will, or listen to even. And hopefully that can help you out, because I see that you will be a wise leader eventually. It may be a number of years, but you will be a wise leader and you will be a light to others. Don't doubt it, because it can happen. Yeah.
Right. And I pulled this one, which is the scrying mirror and shadow, which means you need to do some shadow work. You need to realize, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and change your internal dialogue. So that's what you need to do, and it is spring. So spring is the time to create new, the time of rebirth, the time of growth, which goes with ritual. Start a new ritual, start a new life, start a new internal dialogue. Change. So all these go in. So you first, you have to realize what's shadow work. Shadow work is when you go in and do exactly what we're saying. Change the
look at the things that are negative.
Exactly. Right. Look at everything that's negative that you're doing. Self-love. You want to love yourself. You want to look at, change that negative speech to positive speech. You want to walk from the heart. You want to walk in love, walk with that divine spirit, be with the one. So you want to work on all that stuff. You want to be able to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you, and mean it. And granted, if you start your shadow work in earnest, and this is just a little bit from it took me a good couple years.
But we always have to deal with it. We really do. It's not easy.
Right. And as you work through it, you raise your vibration, and then you continue to raise, and then you're ready to move on to new things that come out, and you just keep, working. And before you know it, you really will change that internal dialogue. You do change it. And it starts every day. Start with living in that abundance. Start with changing that dialogue. I'm thankful for what I have. I love myself. Start even meditating for 5 minutes, going for a walk in nature, appreciate the beauty of everything, smile to someone just because, send that out. It comes back to you tenfold. Do something for the sake of the, just for the good. All that will come back to you. And then that's what you need to do. And then, but you can create your own future, your own destiny. You just have to change the way you think.
Yeah. And it's not an overnight process, honey. And I've been doing it for years, and so is Cheri. It's just something we have to keep doing, keep working on.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody has a few dark nights of the soul.
We do. Yeah. There are sometimes we wish we could just escape from the bad things. Yeah.
Yeah. But each time, it does get easier. So don't be too hard on yourself too.
That's right.
Take every day as a new day and as a fresh start.
All right. So Maggie would love to hear from her mother, Virginia. And so and Warrior Girl, I can certainly do your reading for you, but if you have to go, let me know. I understand if you're still here. So, but it's just you, and then Carolyn has a question, and then we're done.
Okay.
So we won't go over too much. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
You're welcome, Flower Beauty. Oh,
Yeah, and Flower Beauty, don't forget to laugh. Laughing's the easiest way to raise your vibration.
that's right. That's why I'm always such a wingnut and start singing songs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Maggie, I get here a beautiful young woman holding a flower, and it's your mom telling you, please take care of yourself. Self-care is important. It's an act of love we do for ourselves. No one can take care of you better than you can take care of yourself, even though most of us would say our mothers did a pretty good job of it. But they nurtured us so that we could learn how to nurture ourselves when it was our time.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't know, is your dad up there as well? I'm not sure. I see a marriage here that lasted for quite a while. It says evermore, and I think she's actually saying to you, I'm with you evermore. I mean, I'll always be with you. I'm just a call away. So make sure that you call out to me. And she says, your perception could be that I haven't contacted you. Once again, we're seeing these from the other side say, I'm in your dreams. You may not remember, or I'm sending you little messages. Just be open to the message. Your perception may be very, very different on a different day. And you may surprisingly start to see things that you maybe hadn't seen before because your perception wasn't looking at that in it that way.
Right. And I did get the owl again, seeing clearly.
Ah,
There you go. And also relaxation. Don't forget to take care of yourself. That's what that same
yes.
thing is. You have to take time to take care of yourself. And
Yep.
also, I also got a flower and transformation. So, I mean, it fits right in with,
Yeah, the little girl holding the flower. Yeah.
right. So the flower and, you're changing and,
Yeah.
yeah, I know that's just such a, the rebirth and change and growth and,
Yeah.
just, it fits right in.
And you
with
know
everything.
that your mother would say, "Oh, you've gone through such a beautiful transformation."
Right. You have. So,
Yeah. They're proud of us. They're proud of us over there.
yes, they are.
All right. Okay, so we have Grandma Doris for Warrior Girl. Right. Jeez. I shuffled these suckers. Oh my, this is funny.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
I know when you shuffle them and you get the same card again.
Well, I got the Ouija card, so I don't know. Was Grandma into this kind of stuff, honey? This is a funny card. I don't get it very often, but she might have known that you had gifts, Warrior Girl, and so if she didn't know, then it could, or maybe she had gifts, and that's where you got them from. But I got the Ouija board first. But she says you're going through so much change. But the change that you're going through right now is lifting you up because look, this angel is flying. And she's saying, see if you can try to maintain that vibration because a lot more things can happen and flow more easily if you allow that change to wash over you. And finally, she said, if you have not forgiven yourself for anything that you believe is your fault, then you need to do that right now. She's almost like wagging a finger. She loves you dearly, dearly, but she wants you to know you are awesome. You do what you do as an act of love all the time. And that's where this is coming from. And you can see that a young girl and sort of a grandmotherly figure there. So, yeah, there you go.
Okay. And as usual, you cannot make this stuff up. Forgiveness
Okay.
is the gateway to, as I throw it on the ground, success. So that's exactly what I got. And that's how they came out. Forgiveness, gateway, success. So you have to forgive yourself is what she's telling you for you to move forward. And that's it's like, as they said on Saturday Night Live, that's the ticket.
That's a ticket.
Right. That's your forgiveness is your ticket to success.
There you go. There you go, honey. There you go. We love you. All right. So Jen comes back and says, I scrolled back and showed my son Chad your reading. He confessed that he sees her in his dreams, but they are weird dreams that grandma wouldn't be a part of. I said, keep trying and believing. You know, dreams are funky because anything can happen. But the fact that she's in them tells you that she's with him. So it may be like grandma's skateboarding or fishing for a marlin or something. I mean, it may be really, really weird. Doesn't matter what grandma's doing. It's that grandma's there. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's telling him that no matter where he is, she's always with him.
Very true. Yep. And, you know, we can't expect our loved ones to be doing exactly what they did when they were here.
Right.
But I love that. I'm glad you asked him, hon. Thank you very much. And I'm Worry Girl, your idol and mentor. Well, we could tell. Grandma loves you dearly. But she's sort of like, but you gotta listen.
Right. And for the cards to be so similar, that's a definite super strong message.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Carolyn's got the last word.
Okay.
Harry is Harry Nielsen, her friend, who used to be the musician. And he's trying to get a message to her, but she can't seem to make it out. So what is it? So let's check it out. How come I'm hearing another person's song? I just got to get a message to you. That's the Bee Gees. Well, Harry, what do you want her to know? Don't be surprised also, Cheri, if Harry doesn't come to you in a dream, because he came to Val after Val did a reading for Carol.
Okay. Did he play the piano too? I know he was there with I see someone sitting at a piano going like
Carolyn? Let us know, Carolyn, if you played the piano too. I think he was overall.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, I think I can get it.
Like playing at the piano, almost like the 1940s or 50s with a mic there and he's like writing a new concerto for you.
All right. So I get a breakthrough is at hand, and I think it's for you, Carolyn. Whatever that breakthrough is, it's something is coming for you that you've been working on and trying to cut away the extraneous things that surround it. He also says you're going to be stepping more into your power because you are strong beyond measure. And I agree with that. And look, I love this one because it's got a lantern and it's like he's lighting the way to help you with what you're doing. And finally, I get first light, which is interesting because there's the light and there's the light. And it says beginning a new cycle. So very definitely this breakthrough comes, this stepping into power, and a new cycle comes. Something's coming. Allie's telling you something's on its way.
Yeah, well, I actually pulled 4 cards, but that was by mistake, but there is no mistakes. So I did get Life is a Mystery, so this is a mystery. And I think he's trying to tell you. I got the Canary Spirit, sing your own song. I think he's trying. Also, claim your independence.
Okay.
Which is exactly what you said, stand in there and be at home, which means be at home in, he's saying to me that almost like you're looking at him for the message when he's saying you can create your own. He wants you to create your own message. He wants you to stand in your power and create your own song.
And
Make
that's
your
what I
own.
had too.
He's saying it's time for you to stand up and create your own song. Write your own.
Write your own song.
Right.
Which is
and
a
be
metaphor.
At home and stand in
Just
it.
a metaphor. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a song. It's the song of your life.
Right. Your own
Yeah.
story. Claim it.
Claim it.
Stand in your power. Claim it. Claim what's yours.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, definitely.
Maybe you should write a book, Carolyn.
That's what I think it is. He's telling you to sing your own song. I mean, if he was writing songs and he's saying sing your own song, claim your independence and be at home, to stand in your power and write your own.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. He's telling you to write a book or something, to write your own, stand in your own power. It's so, I don't want to say he's pushing you out from the nest, but he's telling you to, I think he wants to, even just use everything almost like, okay, I've taught you all this. Now it's your turn. Put it out there. Does that make sense?
You're still on the planet. You can still do this, that, or the other.
Right.
That's right. That's right. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
A great group of readings today. I love it. Thank you so much, Cheri. And
thank you.
I also send a lot of appreciation out to Amy for being with us as long as she could.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to everybody in the chat. And those of you who came in during the show, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And please check out Cheri's channel, Trancing with Spirits. She does Akashic readings. She does personal readings. And she sometimes is on Val's channel and does some Akashic work there. But she's fabulous, and she'll be back again, I imagine. So thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.